On today's video, we are going to take a look at the front end. You can see I've got mostly the main electrical taken out, and we'll start working on handlebars, get the other pieces off. We've already taken off the headlight. We have a number of attachments there to the front wheel, front suspension. Got to pull those off and take a look and get ready. The challenge here is going to be, we've got connections everywhere, speedometer connected, the clutch is still connected, pull that off, and we'll take a piece at a time. Unfortunately, you're going to see at the end of the video, I lost some cool video of shocks coming off and handlebars. So here we go. Starting here, I took as many of the original pieces off as I could. The handlebar grips were not the originals, and there's really nothing special about them. They're kind of dirty. I just cut them off. But all the other pieces look like they're still in pretty good shape. So even if I don't see them, even if I don't use them, I will try to keep a good track of them. This clutch gave me a bit of an issue here. It came down, honestly, I'm probably doing it wrong, but as I'm going, I could not get any of the connections to move the way that I thought they should move. And so as I was working, I did notice too that the line was very corroded. Rusted through. You can see it as I separate a little bit. On the video it's hard to tell, but pieces started falling off and it's a mess. I kept working and going after it, and in the end I decided it was probably just going to be better off if I cut the line. And so I did cut the line, removed the attachment, disassembled, and I think it's going to be all right. It's one of those lines that I was probably going to need to replace anyway, but plenty of time getting into that. Then I moved on and thought it was time to get going on the front end. So we pulled handlebars off, cleaned them down. Those handlebars are a little bit bent. I think there was in the accident that hurt some of the front end. The bars were just a little bit bent, but didn't seem to inhibit any of the disassembly. Working through, I just loosened all pieces and tried to slide outside in. It tended to work. Got them undone and off. This day wasn't too tough as far as getting that off. Is mostly just a matter of making sure wires were disconnected. The challenge here is I've labeled everything from the front, from the top. I'm hoping I can find the spot to put them back together. This front end here, now I was working to get the wheel off. This one was a little bit tricky again, probably just my own lack of knowledge. So I adjusted my base and worked on the front wheel first. Pulled that wheel down. Really wasn't too big of an issue, but as I dropped it down, realized I still had some connection parts there. Speedometer connected still, but no big deal. Pulled it off, and I'm looking at the suspension. I think I'll hang on to it. Hopefully I can redo that. This is the end. Unfortunately, I lost somehow the last part of this video, which is unfortunate because it's very satisfying to see that suspension pulled out and see the frame just sitting there. So you'll see that on the next one. I'm starting from that point and get it torn down in the next. So appreciate it. Let me know if you see any tips.